I hope everybody's doing well. Um, my voice still hasn't come back, but it's getting there. Um, you know, I I hope that people who have just like come in on the videos have watched all the other videos. I know there's a lot of them, but you know, I talk about everything in there, and I especially talk about um, when we feel um, when we feel that we don't understand why things happen to us. You know, you don't understand when God's calling you. That is the greatest gift. Do you understand? It's the greatest gift you can ever have is to be called by God, to know that you're one of God's. Because again, not everybody, unfortunately, they're not. Not everybody is marked at birth and is a child of the Lord's. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's the way it is. The greatest gift you could ever receive is to know when God's calling you. You know, if you know in your heart, I don't care who you are, you know when you're one of God's. You know it. You can fight it. You can fight it. And you can say that, oh, I believe my own thing. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. I love that one. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. You know what we've learned here in these end days? And it's been another gift that Jesus has given us. It's one of the mysteries. It's something that was needed by this generation. We needed it now. And that is that what is man-made, okay? What is man-made, man's law and God's law? Am I saying don't read the Bible? Absolutely not. That is the inspired word of God. We have the Bible. That's what was left for us, right? Absolutely, we're to know that. Everything, because the Bible, it tells us everything. It is our guide. Absolutely read it. But what I'm saying is, you have to understand the enemy, okay? First of all, you have to believe in the enemy, okay? You have to believe that Satan rules this world, okay? If you don't understand that and you don't get that, then you're not going to understand anything else. But first, you have to know that. You have to know everything is a battle between good and evil. I don't care. Everything in this world, everything in your life, is a battle between good and evil. It truly, truly is. We don't have free will. We think we do, but we don't. Can make choices. We make choices. But really, all those choices is what path we're going to take. The hard way are the the shortcut. I mean, do we get to go the good path? The shortcut or the long path? To learn the lesson. That's really what it is. Okay, and because you're going to end up at the same spot that God has preordained for you to end up. It doesn't matter how you get there. Again, you can go peacefully or you can go kicking and screaming. We've all done the kicking and screaming a million times, but finally, that hand goes up and you say, I give, and you start hearing and you start listening and you start knowing when he's calling you. And that's what he's doing. So you can, if your life is, I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. If your life is, seems like every day you're hit with something, you just can't figure out why you got the, short straw all the time. What you're a good person, but gosh darn, everything in the world happens to you. Everything bad don't happen to them, but it happens, don't happen to them, but it happens to you. And you're whining, maybe you're mad at God over it. I did videos on this months and months ago. But you blame God. You blame God. Well, that's a shame too, because I mean, we've all done it at a certain point in our life, uh, I'm sure, but God allows, God doesn't allow, God, God allows things to happen. Okay, he allows them. The enemy has permission when we open doors, when we do things that is against God, and we don't ask for forgiveness right away when we do it, when we don't recognize it right at that moment that we do it, say, I'm so sorry, but we continue to ignore, just because that's what you do, you ignore um, the right decision, and you think that the one that you've made is the right one when you know it's not. But for whatever reason, you have these open doors. That's why your life continues to go like that. What happens is God allows it. Because when do people turn to Him? Trauma, tragedy, disaster, trials, stress. That's when they turn to Him. That's when they run full force to Him. And that's a shame. That's a shame that that's what it takes for our eyes to be opened and to go to Him. But He knows that. So guess what? He uses what works. So when He's calling you and you've got the rug pulled out from you every single day and you just can't catch your breath, it's like, when is it going to stop? I'm telling you, run to Him, because He's calling you. He's calling you. He truly, truly is. You just got you cannot get these answers that you're searching for when you're mad at God. You can't do it. How's He going? You have to understand how He works, and He lives in us, right? He lives in us. He lives in our hearts. Okay, Jesus lives in our hearts. And if your heart is full of resentment and hatred and boo-hoo and somebody done me wrong songs all the time, and you won't let any of that go, God cannot come in. Do you understand? He cannot come in with blessings. He cannot come in with your answers that you're looking for. So you got to decide. You're going to get rid of the resentment, let it all go, or you're going to hang on to it. Because you know what? After a while, it becomes your best friend. That's all you have. And get rid of it. Because God cannot, He will come in. He'll come in and He will tell you, I'm telling you, He will show you. He will show you it all. But you can't get there while you're mad at Him. You can't get there when you're mad at everybody else. Okay? You can't. When He's coming, and He's coming soon, He's coming to judge the hearts, right? It has to be empty. There's nothing that can be laying there that needs reconciliation. You have to reconcile everything every single day. Understand that. Because when He comes, if you have anything in there festering or laying dormant, or that you just refuse to acknowledge and to deal with, any unforgiveness, whatever it is. I've talked about this many times. That's reconciling you still have to do, okay? You got to get rid of it, okay? Or because guess what? You're going to have to deal with it sooner or later. You're going to have to give it to Him sooner or later. So you can do it sooner, get it all clear, and guess what? Be part of the bride that gets to go early, part of the bride that gets the reward that's ready and gets to go early. Or you can be part of the church, that gets to go, but yet doesn't get to go early, because they haven't reconciled. They haven't given it all to Him. You have to give everything to Him, everything. So when you're going to do it, now or later, it's got to be done. Don't you want to do it now? So you get to go early. I sure would. That's what it is. You can't have it both ways, and everybody knows what time we're in. Oh my gosh, everybody does. But you have to get rid of the resentment. You have to get rid of all that keeps continuous open doors. Okay, when you have open doors, the enemy has footing into your life, and when he has footing into your life, oh my God, it's helter skelter, right? He can do, and God, Arlo, God will only allow him to do what God allows. Okay? But how long does it take to get your attention? You know, what else? What is he going to take from you? What is he going to put you through? More and more and more and more. And what you don't realize, you think that God's being mean to you. Just the opposite. Just the opposite. If he didn't, no, he's calling you so hard and heavy, but you're not listening. You're not listening. You know, you're not listening at all. So, uh, you know, he's gonna win. He's gonna win at the end. So what are you trying to fight? You just gotta let it go. You don't have time. I keep stressing this too. People do not have time. Do not have time for all that crap. It's crap. Let it go. Let it go. You know, you have to walk in peace and joy and all that good stuff now, regardless. Sure, we have days. I mean, we have moments. It's moments. You know, we have those moments throughout our days, and it's controlling those moments, okay? Because those moments, you know, is what ruin our days. But if you can get a grip on those moments, learn how to deal with them, learn what they are, there you go. You know, always be aware of where you're walking. Always be aware. But there's just a lot of people right now that they 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 have a lot of crap there, and a lot of them too. I'm telling you, oh, it's back to the origins. It's back to the origins. You have to love what God loves. I don't care. You have to go to the beginning. You have to go to the beginning because we are at the end. Okay? Genesis, okay, Revelation forward is Genesis backward. Or, you know, the end of Revelation is the you know, it's reversed. Okay? It's reversed. So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I might have it confused, but it's Revelation and Genesis, right? It's reversed. Okay? Where we're at right now, um, you have to you do, okay. God is going to let the unbelievers and the ones who are sleeping, and the ones who have not recognized where we're at. He's going to allow them to believe that you know, the big delusion, right? He's going to the deceivement. He's going to let them believe that. Okay, you don't want to be in that group where God allows you to believe something that's not real, you know, as a punishment. You know, that's not for the bride, that's for the others. But I mean, if you're an other, come on. I mean, it's all out here for everybody to know. So there's no reason nobody should know this. You know, it's just it's Bible 101. It's God 101 going on right now. So he's doing exactly everything he said he would do. He's doing right now. He's doing right now, and it's setting up just absolutely picture perfect. Okay, there's not, you don't have time to mess around. But if I'm telling you, if you are, please do not pray to any statues. Please do not pray to anybody except Jesus Christ and God the Father on the throne. Okay? Please, please do not pray to a statue. Do not pray to a saint. Do not pray to a blessed mother. I'm telling you, oh, man-made, man-made. I know it's so hard to believe when you know you've grown with something since you've been a child, and this is what you know. I'm just saying, go to the beginning. Go to the beginning of that. Find out whatever church you're in, whatever religion you're in, whatever you are in. Go to the beginning of it. Find the facts, because I'm telling you what, it's not only me he's telling this to, so many people. And why do you think everybody's been talking about this? It's big. It's huge. Huge. Oh, huge. But you know what? They're still doing it. Still doing it. Still doing it. Still still praying to the statues and still praying to the saint. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't even know what to say about it. You know, he's tried to warn you. That's the only thing I can say. Is he tried to warn you. Mary is very blessed, absolutely. You know, but she, Mary was not an ongoing virgin. Okay, she was not. She was not a virgin forever. All right. Um, Mary is his mother. Mary can't do anything for you. Mary cannot do anything for you. You know, I love Mary. Of course I love Mary. Who doesn't love Mary? I mean, my gosh, absolutely. You know, I believe that she has so, oh my gosh, can you imagine what she has in heaven? But she can't help you. She can't, as a matter of fact, she's probably crying those tears wherever because people are praying to her and she knows it. It's probably sad. She's probably so sad because she knows you can't pray to her, you know? But the statues can't talk because if they did, they'd tell you don't be praying to her, right? Statues can't talk. Did you guys know the words in the Bible? Right straight away. Don't pray to anybody else but me. Don't pray to any statues. No idols, no nothing. I don't understand it. It's my last time talking about that, but I will tell you, I wouldn't do it. It just breaks my heart. Just totally breaks my heart. Totally breaks my heart. But back to my point. Sorry about that. But you gotta understand what's man-made. Oh my gosh, it's not about religion. Okay, you want to be real. Get religion out of it. Okay, be a lover of Christ. Be a lover of Christ. All right. You don't have to be in a religion. You don't have to belong to that church or that church. Because I'm telling you, he's telling everybody to come out of them. Because there's very, very, very few true churches. And if you have one, God bless you. Because it's really hard to find. You know, and if you have a pastor who's preaching what he's supposed to be preaching, God bless you again. Because God is truly blessing you with that. But there's more false ones out there. And you know, he's been telling people over and over and over, come get out of them. They're a type of Babylon. You know, they are a type of Babylon. You want to know, go to him. Go to the origins, go to the beginning. You know, don't rely. Your salvation is going to rely on what somebody has. No. You don't know for yourself, then shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. But you have to love what God loves. Okay? You have to love what God loves. You have to hate what God hates. I won't say hate because we don't hate. You have to dislike, you know, and understand. You have to understand God's rules. You have to understand why he tells you to stay away from something, why he tells you not to do it. Understand it, okay? And if you understand it, if you learn and understand it, then you get it, right? That's what you have to do. And you know what? There's no reason in today that people aren't doing this. This is just through everybody. This message has been, everybody's been talking about it, getting the same type of word out. It's crazy, just crazy. But right now, if you're on the fence, and you've got anger toward God because you don't understand, you've been looking for answers for a long time, and you just can't get out of that mud hole, well, I'm telling you, he doesn't owe you an explanation, you understand? So you can have the standoff if you want to and continue the standoff, you know, and think that you're going to say over and over, you know, why, God? I don't understand. God, what are you going to do? God, I don't understand. Why? But, you know, you can go do that every single day. Okay? But you're not going to, you're going to get silenced, just what you've gotten. You're going to, he brings signs in. He brings your calling in through people around you, okay? And maybe things around you. But if you don't get it, you're not getting it, okay? but he's not going to bless you. He's not going to open up that sight and that hearing when you're whining to him and you're just demanding he answer you. Because first of all, understand God is holy. Okay. um, it's not us to question him, but if you want the answers, you gotta understand. You gotta release everything. You have to have a pure place for him to live, and that's your heart, because that's where he lives. And if it's full of yuck and junk and crud, how can he rest there? How can he rest peacefully there? He can't. He's holy. He can't settle in a heart that is full of crud. Okay? Can't. So, and then if he can't rest there and live there, how can he answer you? How can he teach you? How can he show you? You know? Because he's not going to be seen through all of that. He's not. Because that's where the enemy lives too. You understand? God's not going to live anywhere where the enemy lives. God's holy. So if your heart is full of all that crap, enemy lives there. God ain't going to live there. Mm-mm. Let it go. What's it worth? Really? Let it go. Let it go. You know, it's hard. I understand it's hard. I understand. But you know, you don't have time to sit and you just don't. You know, we're not only in the birth pains. I mean, we are right at bam. I mean, look at the time that we're in. We don't know. Any day we have to be ready. And I'm telling you, you're going to be so sad. You're going to be so sad, that you did not do this. Because you have any idea of what's going to be out there? And I know people who have been with me, they know. But the other ones, do you understand? When that veil is removed, that veil between dimensions is removed, you see now how thin it is, how bad it's gotten out there, how evil. When that veil's removed, you're going to see everything. And they're going to have rights to you. Do you understand that? You're in or you're out. They are going to have a right to you. Yeah. And, you know, everybody's talking big and stuff. And that's all I can think about is, oh, man, boy, look at them go now. But see how brave they are when those things are out there walking. And just evil is released and demonic and everything. You understand? Everything. And you're going to be right in the middle of it. And they're going to have a heyday with you. All for what? All for what? You know? Let it go. Go to him. Go to him. He'll hear you. But you have to understand how he works. I've done videos on this, please. You have to understand how God works. Okay? You have to understand it. Maybe tomorrow I'll do one. I've just gone through them. And I know there's a lot of people who've come in at the tail end of the videos here, but really I'm telling you, you have to watch them all. Don't worry about how I name them, because I'm a bad namer. So I might talk about something 5 minutes of the title, but I might talk 25 minutes of something else. But it might be under when bad things happen to good people or something like that. I don't remember, but you really have to watch the videos and see. If you have to skim through them, but find out which ones I'm talking about, because I did in depth and detail on them. You know, God is so loving. He's so loving. He doesn't cause these things to happen to us, but he has to allow them, because we open those doors, and by right, the enemy has footing, because we didn't know we didn't understand it. We didn't know how it worked. And this is what he's let us know now. We didn't know how the workings went. You know, we didn't know we had a million zillion open doors that the devil or Satan, the enemy, and all his dominions could come in and out and mess with us. You know, because of the open doors. And then too, you know, when God, maybe you haven't opened any doors, but also again, children of the Lord and believers and strong ones, if you've not opened any doors, the enemy's going to come in through your children, through your family, through your friends. He's going to try to come in through open doors through them. Know this. This is an everyday battle. But sometimes God, when he's really trying to get, when you start walking ahead of him, when you start walking a little cocky on your own, and you start kind of, getting a foot in the world, God will let something happen, pull you back in. Because unfortunately, that's when people, when you start walking without him, you start getting in your days and relying on yourself and not him. Okay, he'll say, oh, look at that. Look at that. Give him a little bit of footing, give him a little leeway, and I gave him an inch and they took a mile. And now look, he thinks he's Mr. Smarty Pants, or, she thinks she's Miss, Fancy Pants and can do it all on her own. Well, I'm going to have to show him, who's really doing it, who they need. They're not coming to me. Bam, smack you right back down. Every time. Every time. But you know why he does that? Because you're one of his. He's not going to lose you. He's not going to lose you. You're one of his. And so he's got a plan for us. He's already got where we're going to be and do, and it's all preordained. So you can fight it all you want. Go ahead, fight it. But it's truth. It's truth. You can go kicking and screaming, or you can go whistling. I don't know. I think I'm going whistling. Anyway, please, 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 please let go of all that. Okay? Let it go. If you think God hates you and you think God just doesn't care, so wrong. You got all that stuff going on, boy. He really does. You're just not. You understand? He can't give you what you're asking for because he wants to so bad. He's right there, but he has no place to live. He has no place to go. Okay? Because when you harbor all that crap, you harbor the enemy, and God lives in our hearts. Okay? So, if the enemy and all his crap is there, where's God going to be? Where's he going to be? There's no room for him. Let it go. Watch him come in. I'm telling you. Okay. Anyway, back to sewing. I'm sewing today. Okay? So, I'm making the coming home outfit for the baby, but so I have to go back down to the basement and sew. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that. Okay? Love you guys. See you soon.